Last series reaction before Halloween break. Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to episodes 13 and 14 of season 3 of OKKO Let's Be Heroes. Last time we had some pretty big shit go on. We had just the full confirmation. I don't know why I said it that way. The full confirmation of Venomous being, Laser Blast and being KO's father. We already knew this. It was so blatantly obvious. Again, even beyond just the voice being the same, it was just so obvious that they were the same person. Same with Shadowy Figure. So, this isn't a surprise. But apparently, Boxman said in the episode, kind of broke the fourth wall, saying that they were actually gonna hold off on that a bit more. That was pointed out to me. I think I kind of either missed that or just didn't fully take it in. But apparently he said they were going to hold off on that reveal a little longer before, the series was canceled and all. And that's wild to me. Because it's I obviously wasn't watching this as it was coming out, but everybody figured that out, right? Everybody figured that out, right? Because it was that obvious. I don't see how you could miss that. So it's if everybody already knows what you're going to do, why not just reveal it already? Why would you hold off on that reveal for longer? It's not really doing anything for the show at that point to keep it a secret. But maybe that's just me. That being said, not only did KO find out, but Carol found out as well. And now there's, some interesting dynamics that they probably won't have time to play with as much as we would like. Because there's just not as much episodes to work with here due to, again, the show being canceled. But hopefully we still get some good shit. And hopefully it still works out. Now we also still got a lot of other setups going on, such as with TKO being locked away and definitely going to come out. And I'm just very curious to see how this is going to continue through the rest of the season and how it's going to eventually close. Because it's all things considered, there's not that much left. There's 20 episodes this season, which is pretty average nowadays for a lot of shows. But for a show like this that's more in the same vein as Steven Universe are all, where it's we have long seasons of a lot of episodes, Adventure Time as well. To suddenly have the third season be only 20 because of this cancellation, it makes it almost have to focus a lot more. And I'm kind of feeling that this last set of episodes through today and then next week and then the week after and whatever, this last grouping of episodes are probably going to be more story focused than ever. There's probably not going to be as huge of an amount of episodic stuff. And to a point, I really like that. But OKKO is actually one of those shows where the episodic stuff actually really helps the series. So I'm really curious as to how this is going to end up going for this last bit. I guess we'll have to see. But we're just gonna get into it. Hope for the best. See what these episodes have in store. We're only doing 2 today because, like I said, it's the last reaction, the last series reaction we're posting prior to the Halloween break. With the time that I'm leaving for Youmacon and everything for this weekend, I will not have time to get to anything that might come out early enough tomorrow. Which means I won't be able to pre-record Dan on Thursday tomorrow either. So I'll have to wait on that. I'll have to wait on Hell of a Boss, because that episode's coming out. And I just have to try to not get spoiled. It's gonna be interesting, to say the least. But you never know. I could get through the entire weekend and not hear anything about it. It's fully possible. I'm going to try my best. So, yeah. The last thing that will be put up, as I've stated already, will be, it will be tomorrow on Thursday. It'll be probably in the morning. And Eastern time, of course, taking that into account. And it will be, the last thing that will go up no matter what will be the movie. The final Halloween special. And there will probably be one small video before that. But that's it. Once the Halloween special goes up, the break has started and we will be back on Monday. It's just for this weekend, luckily, so we're not skipping like too much too quickly and all. We'll be back. No worries. But for now, this is our last series reaction. We're not doing Lucifer this week. We're not doing Undead Unluck just due to this. Due to me being basically away from my computer all weekend. I might check in on Discord and stuff, though. And check in on comments and all. But yeah. And gaming channel stuff is pre-recorded and pre-edited, so that'll be easy to get up. I'll just have that set to upload at certain times over the weekend, so I don't have to worry about it. But yeah. So just wanted to remind you all of that, for anyone watching this, when this airs and everything, of course. If you're watching this at some point in the future, then it doesn't really matter. But let's just get into this reaction and see what these episodes have in store for us. Cutting in here real quick to remind you of all the awesome content we have on the channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions, with 2 on Wednesday. We also have movie reactions every Saturday and Sunday. I do pre-record them during the week, but upload them on the weekend. And don't forget all of the awesome gaming content we have on the Princess of Gaming channel. We have Baldur's Gate 3 every single day, Horizon Forbidden West every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We have Beyond Two Souls on Wednesdays and Sundays, and on Saturdays we have Poppy Playtime. And don't forget to follow the link in the description below to today's reaction. I redirect all reactions just due to copyright, you know how it is. And on top of that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video for more awesome content such as this. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get started on today's reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, this was a pretty good set of episodes. I mean, for only doing 2 this time. The first one, I would say, was better than the second, of course. But I did like the second as well. What do you think? Do you have any thoughts in that head of yours? She just came over here while I was recording, so I decided to include her. Right? Alright. So yeah, the first of these 2 episodes focuses on, now that we've had the reveal of Venomous being Laser Blast and being, KO's father, we have the reveal connectively of him also being shadowy figure. Which, again, we already knew. This is so blatantly obvious. But what wasn't obvious is that he didn't know he was shadowy figure. that caught me off guard. The experimentation he did on him, which we knew he had done that, we knew that turned him purple, we knew that like caused him to eventually become evil and everything. But apparently it also caused him to develop this kind of Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde situation, where he has this alternate personality within him that can take over and is also evil, but in different ways. And it seems like Shadowy Figure like works as a glorb dealer and was even like getting glorbs and all to Foxtail. It seems like he was also trying to, well, not just seems like, we know he was also trying to keep Venomous from finding out. It's never entirely explained why, but all we know is he didn't want Venomous to find out about him and had some things set in place for that. So it's really interesting, and I wonder if maybe there was supposed to be more in regards to that we were going to see as the series progressed, but because it was canceled, maybe we're not going to get as much as we would otherwise. He said at the end here he was going to look into it and try to figure it out. So maybe we'll get an update on it. Maybe we won't. I don't know. It's hard to say. There's just not too many episodes left, so. But that being said, we also have the second episode here, which focuses on Dendy feeling a little jealous. She feels inadequate because even though she's part of the team, she's not like a fighter type of hero. So she goes on this mission with KO after being made fun of by the kids in class, and she's trying to figure out what she can do, and she eventually has to save KO by using her mind, her tech, her genius inventing skills and all. And the message actually doesn't go down a route of like, oh, you already have what it takes to be a hero because of stuff like that, because you're smart, because you're a genius inventor and stuff like that. It actually doesn't talk about that. In the end, the message is something completely different, which was a little surprising to me as well. Instead, the message went along the path of, I don't care what these people think of me, because they don't matter to me. They're not important people in my life. The people who matter to me, such as you, such as KO, and even the other friends that she has, those are the people whose opinion matters to her. Those are the people whose opinions she cares about living up to. So her feelings of inadequacy just aren't really a problem anymore, because she knows who she's looking for approval from, basically. And then the episode kind of ends with like just a very kind of out of nowhere reveal that she got the typical Kappa pond in the head thing, you know? That she grew into that she aged into having that and everything. That's why she was wearing the beret. And yeah, I think that feels very much like it was meant to be its own episode, but it was thrown into here just because of the show being canceled and them having to, like, you know, take things out and everything. It very much feels like it wasn't meant to be part of this episode, and it was meant to be a completely separate thing. But, you know, I mean, what can you do? And with going back to the first episode real quick, because there was something I also forgot to mention there. For a second there, like with talking about like the mutant plants and everything, and that kind of calling back to the beginning where it said mutant boxes on the Boxmore sign, I was thinking like, oh, is this gonna like, especially with like how Fink has been acting, is this gonna like reveal Fink's origin or something? Is that where this is going? But it didn't really touch on that at all. And I'm almost kind of a little disappointed by that. Like, I think it would have been interesting to find out, like, shadowy figure created Fink instead of Venomous, but it never actually touches on that. And again, maybe there was, like, a plan to do something like that or to talk about that, but they just didn't have the time to. And maybe they still will. It's possible for that, too. I guess we'll see, but it did very much feel like it was going to really delve into that, and it just didn't. Oh well. But yeah, this was uh this was surprising. It was a set of episodes, two episodes that surprised me in ways I wasn't expecting, amidst stuff that I was expecting. And that's really neat. You don't see that too often. So, yeah, I really enjoyed this. I really hope that the rest of the episodes we get, which at this point we're probably going to do two sets of three. So we're probably going to do 15, 16, 17, and then 18, 19, and 20 all together. And I just hope that they end up being good and closing this out as well as it can, given everything. Again, I do know it has an actual ending. It doesn't just like end on a cliffhanger, just stop suddenly. It does have an actual ending. So that's good to know, but I'm just hoping that it's a satisfying enough ending to where it's like, okay, I can live with this. This feels good. This feels completely fair. Something like Owl House. Though again, obviously not as quite as good as Owl House is necessarily. But yeah. In the meantime, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of these episodes of OKKO Let's Be Heroes Season 3? And thank you, as always, so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.